Welcome back to Madrid Pulse. Here, we keep every Real Madrid fan connected to what's happening with the players, coaches, and stories that shape the future of the club. Today, we dive into an honest and emotional conversation with one of Madrid's most respected figures, Dani Carvajal, who has opened up about his long recovery from injury, his thoughts on Xabi Alonso's rotation policy, the importance of Vinícius Jr., and the rise of Barcelona's teenage sensation Lamine Yamal. For Carvajal, the past year has been one of the most difficult chapters of his career. The right-back, who has been a pillar of Real Madrid's defense for over a decade, suffered a devastating knee injury against Villarreal last season. The setback sidelined him for months, forcing him to endure a painful and mentally draining recovery process. Reflecting on that time, he admitted it was the toughest challenge he had ever faced as a professional footballer. The operation left him in constant pain, and he described how even simple tasks like sitting at the dining table became almost unbearable. He confessed to spending endless hours in bed, fighting frustration and uncertainty about when he would be able to return to the pitch. For a player who thrives on rhythm and competitiveness, being away for nearly 10 months was not only physically demanding but also emotionally exhausting. Despite the struggles, Carvajal's resilience and determination never wavered. He managed to make a brief appearance during the Club World Cup, a moment he described as bittersweet since his body was still not fully ready. Yet, the sight of him back in a Madrid shirt, even for a short while, symbolized the progress he was making. Now, after months of hard work, he has regained his full fitness and returned not only to Real Madrid's starting plans but also to the Spanish national team, where he hopes to remain a key figure under Luis de la Fuente. His contributions were vital during Spain's European Championship triumph, and he wants to continue building on that legacy. During his interview with Cadena SR, Carvajal also touched on the ongoing debates at Real Madrid, particularly the recent decision by Xabi Alonso to rotate heavily in the early matches of La Liga. One of the surprises was seeing Vinícius Jr. start on the bench against Real Oviedo, a move that sparked plenty of discussion among fans and pundits. Carvajal, however, defended the coach's approach. He explained that Alonso's vision is to have 17 to 20 players in constant rotation, ensuring that everyone is fresh and ready to make an impact. He stressed the importance of embracing this system, pointing out that even a 30-minute cameo can change the course of a game, as Vinícius demonstrated by scoring and providing an assist after coming on. For Carvajal, the message is clear. No player should feel untouchable, because the collective success of the team depends on contributions from everyone. Speaking about Vinícius more personally, Carvajal highlighted just how vital the Brazilian is to the squad. He revealed that he and his teammates have often spoken to him about staying calm and channeling his energy into the game rather than distractions. When Vinícius is focused, Carvajal insisted, he is simply unstoppable and a nightmare for any defense in the world. He underlined the joy and value that Vini brings to the dressing room, describing him as one of the most important figures in the squad and a player Madrid cannot afford to lose sight of. Beyond Madrid, Carvajal was also asked about the meteoric rise of Lamine Yamal at Barcelona. At just 18 years old, Yamal has already become one of the most influential players in La Liga and a cornerstone for both his club and country. Carvajal, who has shared a dressing room with him in the Spanish national team, spoke with admiration but also caution. He reminded people that despite his incredible talent and maturity, Yamal is still very young and will inevitably make mistakes along the way. He urged fans and media alike to give the teenager room to grow, noting how difficult it is to carry such expectations at an age when most players are still learning their craft in youth academies. Carvajal praised Yamal's professionalism and ability to handle the spotlight, emphasizing that his quality is undeniable and that he has all the tools to become one of the defining players of his generation. He even suggested that Yamal could one day be in contention for the Ballon d'Or. Such is the impact he has already made in top-level football. But he also put things into perspective by recalling where he himself was at that age, still fighting for minutes with Castilla, far from the level Yamal has already reached. To Carvajal, that comparison only underlines how extraordinary the Barcelona youngster's journey has been so far. In closing, Carvajal kept his humility intact, noting that since he is not Spain's captain, he won't be casting a Ballon d'Or vote. but he left no doubt about his belief in Yamal's potential. The interview revealed a veteran player who has endured hardship, rediscovered his strength, and now uses his experience to guide both his teammates and the next generation of stars. The Brazilian starlet is now entering a decisive moment in his recovery process. Endrick has been sidelined since May when he picked up an injury during the penultimate La Liga match against Sevilla. At the time, the expectation was that his recovery would be completed in time for the FIFA Club World Cup, a competition in which he was eager to prove himself. However, a setback during the team's preseason trip to the United States in July forced both player and club to rethink the timeline. Instead of rushing him back for the summer showcase, Real Madrid and their medical staff made it clear that the focus would be on ensuring a full and proper recovery, no matter how long it would take. Now, the latest reports indicate that Endrick's target return date is just after the September international break, with the clash against Real Sociedad on the 13th or 14th of September circled on the calendar as a possible comeback. For the 19-year-old, this moment cannot come soon enough. After months of hard work in the gym and on the treatment table, he has finally returned to the pitch at Valdebebas. Fans will be encouraged to see that he is now running on grass in boots and shorts for the first time since the summer, a clear sign that progress is being made. The focus is on steady steps, gradually moving from simple running drills to impact work and eventually joining group sessions. This phase is critical, as it will prepare him for the physical demands of full competition. Neither Endrick nor the club are in a hurry. With the entire season ahead, Madrid know that the most important thing is to have him fully recovered and in peak condition rather than risk another setback. This cautious approach reflects the confidence they have in him and the long-term vision they hold. Endrick's talent is undeniable, and the club is determined to protect their investment in a player many believe will be a cornerstone of the attack in the years to come. This season is especially pivotal for the Brazilian forward. Despite receiving multiple loan offers from across Europe, Endrick made the bold decision to remain at Real Madrid and fight for his place in Xabi Alonso's squad. It will not be easy. The competition for minutes in attack is fierce, particularly after Gonzalo Garcia's breakout performance at the FIFA Club World Cup. Garcia has quickly become one of the revelations of the squad, and his rise adds even more pressure on Endrick to deliver when given opportunities. But far from being discouraged, Endrick sees this as extra motivation. He knows that to earn the trust of Alonso and secure a spot in the rotation, he must prove himself through hard work, consistency, and performances on the pitch. The timing of his return is also significant in the broader context of international football. This is a World Cup year, and Endrick dreams of being part of Carlo Ancelotti's Brazil squad. Having already represented the Seleção in Copa America and World Cup qualifiers, the teenager knows he is on the radar, but competition for attacking spots is fierce. To be considered, he must show form and fitness during the crucial October and November international windows. That is why these next weeks, as he returns to full training and eventually match action, will play such a decisive role in his season. Real Madrid's faith in Endrick is as strong as ever. Earlier this month, the club made a symbolic yet powerful gesture by handing him the number 9 shirt. This iconic number carries enormous weight at the Santiago Bernabeu, worn by legendary strikers who defined eras of success. By giving it to Endrick at just 19 years old, the club has made it clear they see him not only as a talent for the future, but as an important figure in the present. It is both a responsibility and a statement of belief, one that Endrick himself has embraced with pride.